If your roll-up feels jerky, you're getting stuck halfway, or your heels lift, there's a simple reason why. And I'll show you how to make it smooth. Hi, I'm Beth, and I've been teaching Pilates for over 20 years. Here we move with intention, building strength and mobility, also you feel better in your body. A lot of people think that Pilates and the roll-up exercise is just all about the abs, but there's really more going on with it, of moving and mobilizing through your spine. Because it can be challenging to move through the spine, that's why a lot of people get stuck right here. And the body starts to compensate by trying to effort through, the hips overwork and the heels lift, or you really rock off to one side. And the thing is, if you just effort through, your lower back will always stay tight. So when you're first learning roll up, if you're having a hard time coming all the way up, start up. Prioritize slowing down the movement, strong legs, heels stay down, and you roll down only as much as you can stay in your center aligned position, so you're not leaning or rocking over to one side, and then you roll right back up again. The movement initiates in the pelvis, so your pelvis and lower spine roll back compared to leaning back in your upper back. This leaning in your upper back, we've lost all ab engagement. It starts to put extra load and strain on the lower spine, which doesn't feel good over time. So heels stay down, pelvis and low spine to roll back, trying to keep your legs reaching long. It's really easy to let the legs shorten, and here again, then the hips are gonna overwork. So I'll show that again because that's a tricky nuance. Legs strongly squeezing together. Your pelvis and low spine start reversing, rolling back. Legs reaching in front of you long, and then if you just go a little bit, stay there, pause, and then think about curling into yourself to come back up again. We'll get into more specific variations and exercises you can do to help your roll up. But if you have any questions as we're going through this video, leave a comment down below. I reply to as many comments as I can, and they also help inform future Pilates classes that I teach and tutorials like this. As you're working towards a larger range of motion, getting your pelvis and low spine really to move, you may reach a point where it feels a little sticky. And to come back up, you're noticing your heels have to lift or you start to hinge. If that's the case, all you're going to do is use your arms, bend your elbows so you can curl into yourself. The curling motion into yourself is going to help the abs work. It's going to feel so much better on your back as well. And here's a resistance band option. Use a long resistance band. This is medium weight for reference. Medium or heavy weight is my suggestion. You'll wrap it around the middle of your feet, not the toes, because it might snap in towards you. So around the middle of your feet. And you press your feet against the band. The band is taut, and as you roll down, you keep pressing, and the band will have more stretch in it. So you can maybe go a little bit lower and then rolling back up again, prioritizing the movement through with your spine. When you roll down, again, I encourage you, get comfortable with the movement of pelvis and low spine, and then challenge your range of motion. If you get stuck, you just bend your arms, you curl into yourself. And again, that's incredible work for your abs and really safe for your back. With the Pilates Roll Up, there's preparatory exercises which can be really helpful, and I wanted to give you my top 3. Number 1 is coming on hands and knees. Your pelvis right over the knees, an isolated movement here of moving your pelvis towards your belly button. Your lower spine will naturally respond and then return. So the isolated part is as your pelvis and low spine move, your upper back, your shoulders, your arms, all stay still. Nothing wrong with how we traditionally do this, rounding through the entire spine and then going back to natural curves. However, if there's tightness in the lower back, sometimes your lower back doesn't open as much compared to this more isolated movement. So doing between 6 and 12 repetitions of pelvis to low spine movement, really beneficial. Exercise number 2 is pelvic curl. If you're familiar with hip bridge, it gets started in the same way, but rather than just lifting your hips and back up and down, do you see how I'm just lifting up at one time and lowering right back down as if my back were a plank? Remember, your spine can have a lot of suppleness to it. Pelvic curl is you rock your pelvis towards your belly button. You'll feel your low spine lengthen onto the mat here. And you peel, then your pelvis and the rest of your spine just follows up off of the mat. So we slow it down to get this articulation through with your back and also rolling back down, that suppleness. This is such a wonderful exercise. I incorporate it into a lot of Pilates classes during the warm-up phase. When you are doing your pelvis and then your spine to peel up at that high range, you want to ensure that your back doesn't start overextending and you flare your ribs up. Instead, you maintain a core connection. Your back stays happy then. The work is in the legs. You're more in the line from your knees to your shoulders. And again, you find your suppleness to roll back down. Now, exercise number 3 is very similar to roll up, what we've covered, the top down. The legs are in a different position and you can go even in a smaller range of motion. So with the legs straight, sometimes that inhibits the pelvis and lower spine defined movement. If that's happening for you, bend through your knees. So the knees are bent, your hands behind your legs here. Reverse pelvis and lower spine to roll back. Again, it's not leaning with your upper body, and then curl into yourself. When you do this, keeping your heels down, if this feels easy and your arms are going all the way straight, and then rolling into yourself, just change your arm position, hands over the knees, and you either go the same distance down, or you can go a little bit further, and again, prioritize curling into yourself up. The closer in your feet are in towards you, the more challenging this exercise is going to be. And if they're really far away, you may get the heels lifting. So just find the position with your feet, how close they are into your pelvis, where it feels like they can stay down and you have an easeful movement with your spine. Over time, you'll be able to roll all the way down smoothly. Your arms can come up to the ceiling, your head rests down, and roll all the way back up again smoothly. And once you have that, then you can progress into your straighter leg option. So once you progress to full roll up, you'll smoothly roll up into a full forward fold, which is going to put a beautiful stretch on the back of the legs and also the spine. And when you roll down, then your arms unwind coming next to the ears, providing a stretch for the shoulders. Just ensure when your arms reach back that your ribs don't pop up to the ceiling. Maintain your core connection even if your arms don't go as low to the floor. Because there's so many different elements of roll up, just give yourself time to make these small adjustments. And small adjustments in Pilates can make a big difference. But I also know that a lot of people feel like their low back just stays tight, core engagement is hard to access, and the roll up just stays kind of sticky. That's why I created this class. Click on the video to move with the class specifically to open and stretch your back and deeply engage your abs, all for a smoother and more effective roll up.